I lost $500 in 90 days with my dropshipping business. Contrary to what I heard, you couldn't lose anything running a dropshipping business. I not only lost that much money, but also gained some pretty insightful lessons about dropshipping and e-commerce business in general. I drop all the juice in this video, so if that sounds good, hit the subscribe button and join me as I break down my top lessons. My number one lesson would be to never quit your job to start dropshipping simply because you heard people are making millions. It doesn't work like that, and my story should be enough reason to take a dip into dropshipping before you make any further big changes in your life. Most make money online gurus have constantly promoted dropshipping as one of the best and easiest ways to make money online, living on some exotic land, working off a beach while your products are shipped to your customers anywhere in the world. It sounds very convincing since everyone loves such freedom and the money the business brings. But it's not raining all dollars, but also losses. Most of such stories never make it to you. Before we get started, I want to give a quick review of how dropshipping works for the uninitiated. Dropshipping is a form of e-commerce that simplifies the involvement of the store owner. You don't have to worry about inventory management, product shipping, tracking, customs, or manufacturing products. The sole responsibility of you as the store owner is to provide customers with the product you choose. It could be a trending TikTok product, an essential home item, or any of the millions of products sold on platforms like Amazon. The key is to find a product manufacturer willing to ship the product to your customers when you get an order. Now, once you have that set up, you can start bringing traffic to your store, make sales, and have the manufacturer ship the product to the customers without ever seeing those products. It's a pretty neat business model. But it's not without its problems, as I soon realized when I started my own dropshipping journey after conducting an intense one-week study of the top dropshippers I could find. I may have followed the top gurus I could find, but that didn't stop me from making these mistakes. Suppose you came across a YouTube guru who flaunted making $100,000 monthly through dropshipping and got excited about the idea. In that case, you might be setting yourself up for unrealistic expectations. Though dropshipping can lead to great success, it's unlikely to happen right away. Unrealistic expectations can hurt your morale and mindset. If you only make a few sales in your first month, you'll feel down and may actually want to give up. It's good to start with realistic goals, such as making an extra $200 a month, then increasing it as you progress. By choosing an excellent product and investing in advertising from the start, you may surpass your expectations, but it's still best to keep them in check. That brings me to my first lesson, going with a lousy niche and product. The niche and product you choose to start your business with are critical to any success you hope to have. The wrong product could spell the doom of your business even before you kickstart operations. Selecting a winning product is crucial, but I made the mistake of going with a product that was based on a trend, with a customer base that was fast dying out, but also based on a very narrow interest area, which most people didn't really care about, especially when the trend died out. Other dropshippers find themselves making the opposite mistake I made. They go with a product category that is too broad with a lot of strong brands and competition to deal with. The problem is that although I spent a lot of time following the product and trying to understand its customer base, I had the eye of an ordinary person. I didn't use tools like Google Trends, Amazon bestsellers, Alibaba, and social media to see what people were interested in and talking about, and if the product had a long-term future. I didn't consider stuff like the profit margins. I felt that since it was trending, people would buy it. Guess what? I was shocked and took a pretty deep hit in my bank account. The second lesson from my 90 days dropshipping experiment is that I spent too much time on product hunting instead of going with what I had in mind. When there is a trend, it is most likely to die out. So the smart thing to do is to get in early, sell as much product as you can, and kill the operation when the trend dies out. That is not a sustainable model, but you can make a couple of bucks to start a real business by going on a vacation if you are like me, who last traveled a while ago. I made the mistake of going down the rabbit hole all the products I could sell. When I finally decided on my product, the trend was on the decline and I got in late. That was because I didn't identify that some products become relevant for a couple of months, after which they die out. Others only get sales during certain months of the year operating on a cycle, while others get sales no matter the time of the year. My naivety led me to believe the trend would create a new product category that would always get sales and that building my business on that trend alone was enough. Cycles are important to know what type of product you sell and help you structure your business. None of the various product types based on peak and low sales periods should be tagged as good or bad. Of course, everyone loves a product that is relevant in every season, but there are also strategies to take advantage of products that experience low sales most of the time but experience tremendous high spikes occasionally, like trend-fueled products. I guess it was dumb luck I chose the wrong product, but that has taught me a lasting business lesson that should help me later. Who knows, I may start a dropshipping business after licking my wounds and finding a better product. This one is more technical, and the conversion rate experts would know more about this than I do. But nonetheless, I failed to implement the right strategies to increase the average order value. My thought process was simple: get people to buy as many of this golden product I had, and that alone would solve my financial problems and give me the life of my dream. Well, it didn't work, and I lost $500 of my own money because I didn't pay attention to upsells, abandoned carts, and other conversion tactics to bring in more sales. One of the most common mistakes dropshippers make is relying on a single supplier for their business. I made this mistake too, and when push came to shove, it cost me a lot as I had to refund many customers for late, undelivered products and lose on the cost of already shipped out products and recalls of canceled orders. Relying on one supplier, for most people, it is AliExpress, can cause issues when the supplier runs out of stock, goes out of business, or has other problems that prevent them from fulfilling orders. To avoid these problems, it's essential to set up arrangements with multiple suppliers or at least have a list of backup suppliers that can be contacted in the event of an issue. While AliExpress is a popular choice for finding suppliers, it may not always be the best option, especially for new dropshippers. Chinese AliExpress suppliers can only sometimes provide fast and reliable shipping, which can lead to unhappy customers and chargebacks. To avoid these issues, it's recommended to find a supplier that ships from a US warehouse or to use a different service such as CJ Dropshipping, Spocket, or Salehu. By ordering samples from other suppliers, dropshippers can test the quality of the product, shipping times, and packaging, which can help create better product images and videos for their store and advertisements. Ultimately, taking care of the supply chain early on can ensure a robust and reliable system for fulfilling orders and avoid potential issues down the line. Dropshipping is a business, and the faster you take yours as such, the better. Have separate business accounts and create a registered business to shield you personally from business losses and other financial systems such as budgeting, planning, and projecting into the future. I won't say I am a numbers guy, so naturally, I shied away from these, but my lack of financial prudence meant I was leaking money even when I didn't know. Before I realized it, my startup funding was gone, poof, and I was left holding the remains of my business. My dropshipping journey is one that I tried to document as much as I could, but no amount of documentation can make for lack of insight, knowledge, and foresight. I had some knowledge from the super expensive dropshipping courses and organic research I performed. I focused on rote ideas which lacked the long-term focus that any business should have. This seemed like a lot to digest, but I hope you got a lot of value from my experiences that, unlike me, you don't lose but gain from your dropshipping business. If you love such breakdowns, consider subscribing to my channel. I make insightful videos like this. See you next. Bye-bye.